Trend, according to Oxford Dictionary, is a general direction in which something is developing or moving. Trends can be found in music, fashion, architecture, generally in all kinds of art, including video. And it can even affect human behavior, which might shape a generation. And I don't want to say that being trendy in a field is necessarily a bad thing. After all, if you jump early enough on a trend and that trend becomes something that changes the whole industry, unless you fuck up something, you're pretty much destined for success. The problem is that most trends are not here to stay. They come and go faster than your last salary. So you might feel like you want to adapt a new trend in your videos, but a new trend will come and then you will have to adapt again and again and again. And I personally believe for something like weddings, that's unsustainable. If you have the energy to adapt new trends that comes and go constantly, well, kudos for you, because I really don't know how you do it. I don't think I'll be able, but I still believe this is something that you won't be able to do very long. This might be the reason why many videographers actually hate doing weddings. Some trends in this industry are welcome. Like for example, when we ditched the huge cameras and replaced them with a smaller DSLR, and now even with the smaller mirrorless cameras. Or when we stopped delivering 4 hours pretty much unedited movies that are shot from the corner of the room and started delivering something that's shorter, more creative, and of course watchable. Crazy transitions, double exposure, super slow motion, drone shots, and cheesy music are some of the current trends that are in the wedding videos. And since everyone wants to be trendy, we end up making the same type of videos. And even the brides are asking for this so-called cookie cutter style. I know people, I have friends, they keep telling me that they don't want to film weddings for multiple reasons. Some of them might say that doing weddings it's kind of like the low life of videographer, but many of them are telling me that they just don't like how everything looks the same. They don't like the whole process of filming a wedding without realizing that you can make the video differently and you can film it differently. You can make the whole process different. I've been told before in the Facebook groups that wedding films are just live events and we should just film them as live events. And yes, they are an actual event that's happening and you should film it, but wedding films to me, before everything, is a documentary film. You're documenting an important part of someone's life, and we should definitely treat them like this. And like every good documentary, there should be a story, and you should be able to make a story from your wedding film. It doesn't matter if you use the speeches, it doesn't matter if you use interviews. Have a story in your wedding film. Make sure you get good shots, don't just follow someone with a gimbal. Make sure you get good sound, don't just rely on a camera microphone. And the most important, make sure it's compelling. Current trends focus on filming unnecessary things, such as ring shots, flat lace, and pretty doorknobs, as well as doing unmotivated movements with a camera, or having a cool drone shots where it doesn't belong to, or adding a crazy transition to the video just because it looks cool, bro. And some of you might say, what the fuck do you know about the business? You just started filming weddings. Yes, I just started filming weddings, but I'm not coming out of nowhere. I filmed stuff before. I worked professionally. I was doing commercials, I was doing events, I was doing many other stuff just before starting weddings. But I got in love doing weddings because I decided to do them the way I want. Everything from the way I speak to my couples to the way I deliver the videos. I'm trying to be, I don't want to say unique or something like this. I just want to do it the way that I like it and I enjoy. If there's a trend that I actually enjoyed and it makes sense to put in the video, I'm gonna use it. To me, a wedding film should be timeless because this is something that you need to go back to as a memory. If you're using some trends now, just in a couple years they're gonna go out of style and the video is gonna look cringe. For those of you who actually want to improve and want to ditch the trends, here's my advice. Start by ditching most of your equipment. Drones, gimbals, forget about them. It has to be just you, your camera, maybe a tripod or a monopod. This way you can truly immerse yourself in the composing and in lighting up your shot, even that you don't use any lights, of course. Also, you can challenge yourself constantly. For example, I often tend to use a lens which is not comfortable to film, such as a 135 on a crop sensor, or my favorite lens, the Helios 50mm, again on a crop sensor, and I shoot most of the wedding with that lens. There's no autofocus, the lens is not perfectly clean, but the difficulty of shooting with this kind of equipment makes me be more creative. In the words of Spencer Sakurai,
you'll see that some awesome things, some awesome creations are done when there is a box or a challenge. It's that challenge that creates more creativity.
Don't use cheesy music that everyone is using. Use something timeless and classic, or draw inspiration for the music from your favorite movies. And the movies is also part of my last point, which is stop watching other wedding videos. Start watching movies, and this is where you should draw your inspiration for your wedding films. I know it doesn't make sense because this is a movie, it's scripted, and we have a wedding, which is a live event, but trust me, this is how you're truly gonna be the most creative. And don't forget that trends are good, but timeless is forever. Thanks for watching.